fuck all work. It's all over. Oh, you boo.
Will you go?
Aye. I reckon I'll have a look. Thanks for the herbal brew. You sent me. My shoulder's feeling a lot better.
Herbal room?
A sweet red! Guten Tag, mein Herr. Du hast Glück? Was willst du?
I'll have a look at the...
Danke und viel Glück für die... Zukunft, mein Herr.
My respect.
can't go any further. It's too deep.
What would you like?
Do you need help with anything?
I don't. But if you're not afraid of hard labour, try asking at the mill. The miller always needs help. Anyway, old Marchal's got other things to grind besides flour at the moment.
How do I get to the mill?
Head southwest till you reach the river. Then follow it upstream. It's a huge mill in the middle of nowhere.
Thanks. Quick! Go! Quick!
I know you're out there. Please help me.
What are you doing in there?
Thank God! You've got to help me. The miller's gone completely mad. He locked me in here. He wants to kill me. The keys will be in the hearth room somewhere.
Tell me, where exactly are the keys? I can't search the whole mill.
In the hearth room. Somewhere by the fireplace, or on the table, or a shelf. You'll have to look around for them.
All right, I'll help you. But you need to calm down.
You're my hero. Thank you so much. But be quick. Oh my god, thank you. That lunatic said he was fetching an axe. You have to help me.
Wait, slow down. Who are you?
Can't you see? I'm from the mill. I'm the miller's wife. The miller, that old beast. He's always been nasty to me, but now he started beating me too. So I said I was leaving him. I told him anywhere would be better than here.
And he locked you up?
He said the only place I'd be going would be 6 feet under.
Maybe he wasn't serious.
I know what he's like. Please, talk to him. He'll listen to a proper man. I'm too scared of him.
All right, I will. Where can I find him?
There's a shed behind the mill with wood in it. He must have gone there to get the axe.
Stay here.
Thank you. And be careful.
No one here. I hope I didn't miss him. I'll have to get back.
Hey, what are you doing there? I reckon you're just who we're looking for. What are you doing here?
I've come for the girl who's been locked up here. And now I see she's scarpered.
What do you know about this?
She said the miller here was beating her and wanted to kill her.
You what?
She was beside herself with fear. If I hadn't helped her, she'd have lost her mind by now.
You idiot. That bitch was stealing from me. I locked her in there while I fetched the guard. Not so I could kill her.
Well, that was easier than I expected. The wicked girl got away, and the young man... So, either you pay for what she stole, or I'll personally clap you in the stocks.
How dare you? I'm the son of the royal hetman, you scum. Show me the respect I'm owed.
But... I don't know you.
May I remind you, when you deal with me, you might as well be dealing with the king himself. I'm the son of Lord Radzig Kobyla, and if you don't accord me the treatment I deserve, I'll show you exactly why it doesn't pay to fuck with me.
If that's the case, we're sorry, sir. I'd have never expected nobility in a dump like this. I mean, we wouldn't have expected you here, sir.
But he let her go.
Shut your mouth, you fool. I'll make sure the thief is caught, sir. And once again, please accept our deepest apologies. I'll go to the village right away to see if anyone's seen her.
But what about...
You stay here, in case she comes back.
Kurva.
I bid you farewell, sir.
Fucking bitch. A man treats her like his own. My, what a beautiful horse.
down here. I hope I didn't miss him. I'll have to get back.
Hey! I reckon. What do you do?
I've come for the girl who... Now I see...
What do you...
She said them...
You...
She was...
You, not...
Well, the wick... So,
Hey, hold on. Wait. Do you mean to say that helping someone, out of ignorance, granted, but...
well, I suppose...
Good faith or not, it's your fault.
Well, perhaps one day, when you yourself are in trouble, you'll need someone like me to come along and help you.
I don't give a shit. She took all my money.
Just wait a moment.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me that little prick's talked you round.
She used him, just as she used you.
So she's going to get away with it, all because she knows how to twist fellas around her finger.
Don't worry, I'll catch her. I know what she looks like. I'll ask around the village. Maybe someone's seen her. She can't have got far. The laddie is right. He only wanted to help.
And what the hell am I supposed to do now?
Stay here in case she shows up again.
Kurva.
As for you, you may have got off this time, but in future, think with your head and farewell.
Fucking bitch.
Quick! Ja! Quick!
Turn around right now and get the hell out of here. Everyone get over here. We've got an intruder. What's it gonna be? Get out. Clear off. Are you still... Get out of here. Fucker! Fuck you! Sucker! You want to fight today with blades, do ya? You'll be sorry, fucker! Take that! You want to fight today? Come on, then! Just...
quick! Go! Quick! Whoa!
You're mine! We're under attack! Take that fucker out, damn it! I'll rip your arse open! I've been waiting for you! Take that! I'm all yours!
Fucking hell!
Useless! Show your stuff! I yield. Mercy! I surrender! You would...
There'll be no mercy! Fight!
No! Alert! To arms!
What's that? Did you get lost in the dark? What do you want? Isn't it a bit late?
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Good dog. Greetings, my friend.
What's going on around here?
And you know how I was telling you about that Pavel from Visoka? The one they flogged here?
What about it?
Well, they had good cause.
Why is that?
Can you believe he robbed the whole village? And now the Sukhdol captain is searching for him. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. What's going on around?
I haven't heard, and you won't. Praise the Lord.
Same to you.
Quick!
God!
Quick! Quick! Go! Quick! Ja! 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 Quick! Ja! Go!
Go! Quick! Quick! God! Quick! God! God! Go! Quick! God! Go! Go!
You're always welcome here, good sir.
I heard you've been looking for a thief.
You heard right. He's a laborer from nearby village, Vysoka. What was his name now? Yes, Pavel, that's it.
What was it he stole?
A few small valuables, some boots and a book.
How did you find him out?
Well, he disappeared just after the robberies.
Then couldn't someone else have done it?
I doubt it. Supposedly a poor boy, and he disappears overnight without...
Where might he have gone?
In these parts? Only Kuttenberg.
How can you be so sure?
On account of that book he stole, he wouldn't be able to sell that anywhere else.
Supposing I try and find him?
You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. You think I've got time to run around Kuttenberg looking for some petty thief?
So I'll have a look around and try to find him. Maybe he tried to sell someone that loot.
I was thinking that too. If I was you, I'd ask one of the traders in Kuttenberg about him.
Easy, good horse.
Ka! 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 Ka!
Good day to you. What would you like?
I want to go to the Trotsky region.
You've picked quite a journey, but if you have the coin...
Here you are.
All right, wait a mo. I have to load up the cart. All right, we're ready. We can go.
Let's get going. Well, well. Von Burgov's vassals are gathering, and it looks like a serious force. Sir Otto is clearly as good as his word. So this is where Istvan landed. I hope it hurt, you bastard. To remember you by. A long way up. That arsehole flew for a long time.
Look what I have for you.
Jesus Christ.
I need to get to the...
Then get ready to spend cost of those, but if you got the time...
Here you go.
All right, I'll get the Good. The carriage...
Let's get going.
My Is that you? I thought I recognized you.
You look familiar too.
It's me, Odolin von Wotitz. You gave me a few groschen to help me on my way.
Ah, now I remember. You were being held hostage by the League of Lords.
That's correct.
How did you make it home?
I checked out a couple of wayside inns and got lucky. With the little money I had, the carter didn't mind hosting a lowlife on his wagon, as long as he was getting paid for his trouble. He dropped me off a short distance from Wotitz, and I walked the rest of the way.
What brings you back to Kuttenberg? And with a retinue at that?
My father and I won't let them get away with what they... Let's say we're on our way to scope out the land of some acquaintances of ours.
Well, you're gonna settle us...
And who knows? We might just run into someone important and take him. We've already fixed up a nice room with a solid lock. Would you like to see it?
No, I'd rather not.
It's all set up for someone else.
I have to get going.
Wait a moment. You helped me, and I won't forget that. Here, take your money back, so we're even. And I have something else for you here. I think it might come in handy. A fine weapon. Dependable. It's felled a few deer in its time, and it would put a decent hole in a man too. If you ever needed to defend yourself.
My word. Thanks.
I bid you safe travels.
Same to you.
Quick! Quick! God! Quick! Quick! Go! Quick! Go! Die! Quick! I'll get you. God! Come on then! I'm all yours! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp! You're gonna get you, Harson! You want to try me? For an ass kicking, you piece of shit! What do you want? Ha! Ah! Ah! Da! Da! You fucked up now! Or...
Quick! Ka! Go! Oh, boy.
What's that you're doing? Surely you don't want to break in, you, such a good soul. Oh, it's late.
Is there something interesting around here?
You mean besides the army camp on the hill?
Something tells me you're not exactly happy about it.
What can I tell you? As soon as the army appeared in the county, the folk of Opatovitz were doomed.
What do you mean?
It used to be a peaceful village. And have you seen what it looks like now?
I just saw remains of an abandoned village. It wasn't a pretty sight.
Exactly. A deserted and empty place, with a burnt-out ruin where there used to be a cottage. It'd make you cry.
The soldiers did that? Did they attack the village?
There was no attack. People just chose to leave on their own. I can't even imagine. You spend your whole life building something, and then you just leave it all behind. But it's probably better than waiting for someone to come and take everything from you.
Who's responsible for the burned-out cottage in Opatovitz?
Devil only knows. Maybe bandit, or they wanted to take it by force.
And why do you stay here?
I live away from the village.
So you were lucky, weren't you?
You think? That one camp pillaged the whole county. They cut down a big chunk of the forest to build fortifications and to feed all those hungry mouths. They hunted down everything that moved. There used to be deer, wild boar and hares. So many you couldn't count them all. And now...
I think I'll go back to Opatovitz. Should I watch out for it?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Who knows what kind of rabblers...
Who lived in the house that burned?
That's probably the saddest thing of all. The young married couple. They didn't have much, but they worked hard to save up some coin. I really hope they've gone someplace safe. They should be taking care of their babes.
Who lived there before? Did you know the people who lived here well?
You bet I did. There was an old man. We called him Honeypot. Everyone used to buy honey from him, but few knew that he made the best mead far and wide. Damn. I miss that old geezer.
I'd better go.
Farewell, and good night.
What's that? What? You'll wake up the whole farmstead. Decent. You should come for a...
Brings you here?
You've no business here.
Welcome.
Hey, Tomlin. People around here tell me you have a Thunderstone.
People say all sorts.
They also say if I beat you in a fight, it's mine.
Those days are over. There was a time I'd put it up for grabs. I even had a couple of craftsmen come from the burg to try their luck. But everyone got a thrashing. It didn't seem right. Well, as for you, you've cut the locals down to size. Impressive work. But if those fists of yours are still itching, blood runs hot in those lads. And if you're as stupid as you are brave, there's a shit pit in the burg they call the Hole. They're hard as nails there. Fucked up if you ask me.
Look, that's all very well, but it's you I'm here to fight. For the Thunderstone.
Fuck's sake. Let's try again. I'm not fighting for the stone anymore.
I challenge you to a fight. Let's fight for the Thunderstone.
The only shit being spouted here. You know you can't win, don't ya? No one's beaten me for as long as I can remember. So just back off and I'm doing you a favour. Because I want to spare you the...
Look here, big man. I kick the arses of Stanley and all the others here. With my finger up my nose at that. So I reckon you'll be soft as shit too. But to give the devil his due, I'd still like to find out for myself.
Yeah, I get it. You're provoked. All right, have it you. If there's one thing I really hate, it's arrogant. Prepare for a beating. Come by tomorrow during the day. Greetings. You have a kind master, eh, Matt?
Take that, you shit! That was something! You silly doggy.
We agreed to fight.
And here was me, hoping you'd shit yourself. Let's do this. You know the rules. No armor.
I'm ready for this.
Always.
You've got the stone.
Don't you worry about that. I don't expect to pop. Have you got enough?
Here it is.
Trust. Well, we have everything we need.
Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
You're boring me. Try a little.
Knock his teeth out! My granny could punch harder than you!
Useless.
Knock his teeth out! You call that a butt? You fight like little girls! You call yourself a fighting butt? Move, you snail! You call your... Give it all you got!
Fuck me. You're quite the
I beat you. The prize is mine.
Yeah, you did. But it was close. I almost had you myself.
Close? Not one bit. I was all over you from the start.
Bollocks you were. You're just lucky I fucked up my back yesterday.
No need to be so upset. It's not so bad. Just a little embarrassment, but let's not waste time. You owe me my money back, and the stone along with it.
You'll get your money back, goes without saying. Here you are.
Perfect. What about the stone?
Well,
What? But the stone was your stake.
No, it wasn't. It was your idea that if you won, I'd give you the stone.
Look, you yokel prick. Don't twist this. You tried to hoodwink me, and now you're playing word games.
I suppose it was a bit sneaky of me. But what the hell? I figured if you were up for a fight, I'd at least make a groschen or two out of it. I just wasn't expecting to lose. That's all.
But people said you have a thunderstone.
No, it wasn't made up. I really did find a thunderstone. And I had it right up until the other day when it was stolen. I didn't want word to get out because I'd look like a right fool. I'm sorry for leading you on. I didn't mean any harm.
You're forgiven. I might have done the same in your place. And do you have any idea who might have stolen it from you?
If you ask me, it was that Hansel from Ravos and his little mate Peter. They were ever so curious about it right before it disappeared.
All right. I'll have a look for them.
Well, when you get to Rabosh, take the main road away from the fortress until you reach the first farm on the right. There are hired hands there. That much I found out. And if you find the stone, please bring it back to me. I'll make sure you're well rewarded. You have my word. I was the one who found it, so by rights, it's mine. It was destined for me. To mess with fate would only bring bad luck and misfortune.
You're in for an arse-kicking, you piece of shit!
Good doggy. Good boy.
God be with you. Show me your where.
I hope you find what you're looking for next time, good sir. What do you need, my...
What's newer?
Well, if there was some...
I should eat something. I could use a nap.
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
What would you like?
Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
What do you want?
I'd like to...
I've
got a few...
Excellent.
I'll gladly...
Wonderful. I hope you'll only need a bath next time. Sir. Those words of yours need to hear like
Keep your eyes on the road, you fool!
Quick! Go! Go! Ka! Ka! Quick! Go! Go! Whoa! Whoa! Ka! Go! Ka! Go!
Gather round.
You silly
You
doggy.
won't believe it.
Go! Da! Da! Quick! Go! Ka! I need to find a Thunderstone, and I heard you might know of one.
Oh, yeah? Who told you that, then?
Tomlin over Horsham Way told me you pinched his Thunderstone. You and some Hensel fellow. So you better come clean, before I let Tomlin beat the truth out of you.
Fuck me! So Bruthan's made you his lackey? As if that stone hasn't caused enough trouble already.
Watch your tongue. I'm no one's lackey. And you, go on. What happened with the stone?
We fucked up. And all because of that stupid stone. I wish we'd never taken it.
So Tomlin was right. It was you. Where's the stone now?
I haven't the faintest. It was all Hensel's idea, and he had it on him the whole time. And before you ask, no, Hensel's not here. Andrew is holding him captive.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm missing something here, and it's not just the stone. So tell me, what the fuck happened?
We wanted to butcher Andrew Ramhead's band of pillagers, but that's easier said than done. So Hensel got the idea that we could borrow Tomlin to help us fight them but Tomlin wasn't having it, so we filched it without him knowing, and then set off after those bandits. But everything went to shit. They caught Hensel and almost killed me and Stislav. So, you come a bit late for that fucking stone. Not that it brought us any luck anyway.
Who is this Andrew Ramhead?
A mercenary commander from King Sigismund's army. He's been ordered to guard the roads with his men. Or so he says. But apart from that, they also carry out raids, rob the people, and they make the peasants pay tribute. And of course, after our fuck-up, they've turned the screws and are demanding another reason for everyone round here to hate me.
What about the Lord in these parts? I mean, there's a fortress here, so he must have plenty of men-at-arms.
Well, the Lord has decreed that no... He says it's better to put up with these fuckers than to flush them out. Because that might raise King Sigismund's hackles and he'd only dispatch more troops. That's what I heard, anyway.
Where can I find this, Andrew?
Are you fucking with me?
No. I'm sorry about what happened to you, but I badly need to find that stone. You don't just lose something like that. And from what you said, it seems I don't have much choice.
I'm telling you, that stone's cut.
You may have had bad luck, but that doesn't mean it's cursed. With stuff like that, you're playing with fire. You stole it from Tomlin, so the power of the stone turned against you. I didn't steal it from anybody, so I have nothing to worry about.
Well, if you put it like that, that never occurred to me.
You see? Now tell me where this camp of theirs is.
You'll come across some ponds between Raborj and Bohunjovic. Near one of them, there's a fork where wayfarers sometimes camp if they're stuck for a place to stay. From that fork, follow the water downstream.
And that's where they're holding Hensel? The one with the stone?
Yeah, there. But if I were you, I'd stay off the path. You'll get to some rocks overlooking the mill. You'll have a bird's eye view of everything from there, but make sure they don't spot you. There's a good chance they've upped their guard after...
Sound advice. Thanks.
Look, what's your plan?
Well, I'm thinking if I can find Andrew, I'll find Hensel. And then I'll finally get to the bottom of this shit with the Thunderstone.
Just be careful, because look, since you're going there anyway, I know I'm not in a position... Do you think you could rescue Hensel?
And how, pray, do you expect me to do that?
I don't know, just something. Andrew's a greedy bastard. Or you could sneak in quietly and slip back out with Hensel.
How about I just kill them all?
Oh, I thought best not to suggest that. You know how we ended up. But it's just... They're pretty tough and well-armed, you know.
I'll manage somehow. But the whole thing's getting so messy, it's almost like the stone's power is interfering somehow. If I find a way...
Thank you so much! May all the saints be with you, and I hope you have better luck than we did.
place. Get out of here, homie.
I want to talk to Andrew Ramhead.
All right, we'll find the commander at the entrance to the encampment. But be quick, and no fooling around.
Hey, you there. This is a military encampment, not an alehouse. So you better have good reason to be here. And I'll be glad to hear it.
I came to talk to you.
Hurry up then. I haven't got all day. Welcome to my humble encampment, lad. In the name of Sigismund, by the grace of God, King of... Tell me what you're doing here, and what your intentions are.
I hear you're holding a stable boy captive. One Hensel from Rabors.
Well, you heard right. That bastard and his merry little band wanted to kill us. What I want to know is why you're so interested in this trouble-rousing piece of shit.
I'm after him because he robbed the Bruthans farm in Horsham. I want to bring him in and have him punished to the full extent of the law.
Well, fuck me if this scoundrel hasn't already done more than his fair share of shit. Well, either way, the fact is he attacked. But in my view, anyone can make a mistake. And I'm a deep...
Look, Hensel and his associates had a good and just reason to attack you. So release him now, or I'll finish what they started.
What the... But fine. I don't feel like finding out on account of that oath. He's all yours. Untie him, and then fuck off.
What's that? Clear off!
Get out!
Somebody
Quiet!
ought to grab
Go
it
away!
by the scruff of the neck.
What do you want? Piece of shit! I'll kill you for that! You want to try me? Watch out! I can't aim! Somebody kill that fucking mutt! I'm all yours! Head that! I surrender! I surrender!
Fuck off before I kill you! Fuck you, whoreson!
Hey! By all the saints, don't leave me here! Please, untie me!
Relax. I'm getting
Fuck
there.
off before
Thanks.
I kill you. To hell with you. We're under attack.
Christ almighty! You stormed in on them like you were the Archangel Michael himself. Thanks for getting me out of here.
Fuck, man. I'll tell you whatever you want, but not here.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I am. Thanks for rescuing me. You have no idea how grateful I am. God knows what they would have done to me in the end. All that aside, who are you, anyway?
Henry.
I'm Hensel, and I owe you big time, Henry. Though, in all honesty, I'm not sure why I was worth all that trouble. But grateful nonetheless.
Peter told me what happened.
Peter? Well, thank the saints for him. So he's safe and sound, is he?
In a manner of speaking. He got shot, but nothing serious.
What about Stislav?
I have no idea.
Ah.
Listen, it wasn't exactly by chance that I ran into Peter either. I was looking for you in the village because of the Thunderstone you stole from Tomlin in Horsham, who, by the way, is royally fucking upset with you.
Well, I suppose I would be too if I were him. But I have to say, the whole Thunderstone idea it brought us no luck, no protection. Well, the opposite, in fact.
Let's forget that for a moment. What I really need to know is where the stone ended up.
You won't be surprised to hear. Ramed snatched it from me when I was captured. He didn't believe it had any powers, but he has a nose for money. That's all that matters to him. From what I heard, he sold it in Sukdom to some farmer's wife, I think he said, Mlada or something.
Sakra. That stone really is cursed. Well, there's nothing for it. I'm off to Sukdol.
Hold your horses. That wasn't the only thing I heard. There's this pond below Raborsh, right? And on the bank, across somewhere around there, they hid some of their spoils.
Clever. Take what you can and stash the rest for...
I'd have helped myself to it. But think of it as my way. I just hope they weren't making it up. And you find something there.
I'll take a look around and see.
Well, it's the least I can do. And good luck with that bloody stone, though my advice would be to steer well...
Quick!
God!
Good day.
Criminal. He himself may not have stolen, but he aided another in an evil... This scoundrel and his equally wicked brother decided to steal from the house of God. His brother crawled in through a window while
Not
this
your
heathen
day, eh?
kept watch outside the church. They took
did you
chalices
do?
and altar cloths to
Really?
sell for coin.
Were you expecting
The
a
parishioners can
different
be
answer?
glad that the
What if
brothers
I
tried to
freed you?
sell their
I'd
loot
scarper,
to a certain
obviously.
peddler,
How's it
an
going?
honest man.
I expect
He
that's
told
not
the
very
bailiff and
comfortable on
led
your
him to the
back.
thieves so he could
fuck
bring them
my
to
back.
justice.
I can hardly
The
feel
one
it
that did the
anymore.
stealing will be
But
executed
recently
for
some
robbing from a
joker
church.
passed by and put a
But this
dead
one
fish
faces
in my
severe
britches.
punishment
So
as well.
you don't end up here
Being
too.
still young and having not stolen firsthand, he will only be whipped and banished.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Good evening to you.
I heard you bought a Thunderstone from Andrew Ramhead. Is that so?
Well, it is. What's it to you?
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Rabors, who in turn stole it from Tomlin Brookhans down Horshan way.
And? I don't know those people. Even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought this. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping.
And what ails your husband?
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he hasn't budged since. He's not eating and he's barely talking to anyone. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one evening.
I understand.
That's why I need the stone.
So am I to understand that if your husband heals, you...
Well, a stone like this is a precious thing.
But you bought it to save your husband.
That may be.
How about this? I'll try to help your husband, and if I succeed, you'll gift me the stone.
Why would I I do that?
What if the power of the stone brought me here to help your husband?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
So, how about we make a deal?
All right, but
Of course. I'll take a look at him and see what I can do.
and please hurry. With that owl and everything, you'll find Peter in his room.
All right. I'll take a look. It's usually a good idea to speak to others who are close to the sufferer. That may be, especially if the patient himself isn't very communicative.
Aha. I see you really have done this before. I'm starting to believe that stone really did draw you here. So, ask around on the farm if you need.
Perfect. I'll get on with it. And I'd better check the whole room, just in case.
Do whatever it takes to...
Can you think of something that might help me heal it? Anything?
I can't. I'm desperate. I've tried just about everything. Peter is just an ordinary Cooper. We've lived here for years. My husband doesn't travel outside the village often. This last time he had... But he came back empty-handed. Breathless. He was fumbling around here for a few days, not doing his job, just spending time in his workshop. Then he went to bed, and since then, he's just been lying there. He doesn't eat. Not even the potions are helping. He doesn't sleep a wink at night. At least, I don't think he does. If I stopped sleeping too, our homestead would fall apart.
I'll ask him why he can't sleep.
Try that. He won't speak to me about anything. It's as if he was keeping secrets from me. Take care.
Peter? My name is...
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me. As if Marder didn't have enough on her plate already.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. Don't be alarmed. I need to take a closer look. Let's see. No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close now.
Who is?
The soldiers. Sigismund's men.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter.
I'm a weakling. A weakling.
What are your nights like? Mlada said you don't sleep much.
I just stare at the wall. I try to sleep during the day, but it's not much better.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's ailing you. I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep. Because of all the noblemen who keep coming to Lord Pisek's fortress, I'm always hearing hoofbeats. And they startle me.
So Lord Pisek likes to host nobles at his fortress?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh? Preparing for war. That's what.
If Lord Pisek was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Opatovitz, Suchtol is next. I'm sure of it.
I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A downcast expression on the face. I don't see any bruises. A few calluses and cuts. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a...
I told you.
Irritability. No foul odour. Bodily humours aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will, when Sigismund's horde gets here.
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtol?
He does as he pleases. You have no idea how many villages he's plundered already.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress is the last thing Sigismund would want to do now.
The fortress is what's bothering him. That's why he'll destroy it. And us with it.
I don't know about that.
Good evening, what do you need?
I offered Mlada to try and cure Peter. Can you think of anything that might help?
I already gave the women some advice, but they just...
What did you tell them?
to put Peter in a dark room, because speaking to him makes it worse. But most importantly, they should get some vinegar and then they should mix mallow, linseed, strain that through a cloth, and add a bit of honeycomb. Then all they have to do is wash his arse out with it. Finally, they need to cut open a black chicken along its backbone and put it on Peter's forehead. But before that, they'll have to shave his head. Peter is going mad, and
Cut open a black chicken and put it on his forehead? Seems to me that you're the one that's going mad.
Trust me, this is the simply put, Peter's losing his marbles.
Do you have any idea how it might have happened?
Well, I know he was headed to Colin on business, but he never made it there. He came back all red, couldn't breathe, as if he was being hanged. I wouldn't be surprised if some bandit grabbed him.
I'll ask him if he was attacked.
That would be my guess. And why else would he be looking for weapons, eh? He's afraid. Take care, sir.
The Lord be with you.
Do you know anything about Peter's illness that might help me cure him?
I already told Mlada everything I could think. Take care, sir.
Blessed evening.
Do you know anything about Peter's illness?
No. Unless, maybe you could look around his... Take care, friend.
You're always welcome here. I heard the voice cut down the old road.
Hmm? What's going on here?
I offered Mlad. Can you think of anything that...
Honest, I picked some herbs from Ladder and left them in the room. It came over him so suddenly.
Can you at least tell me when Peter started feeling ill?
I don't remember exactly when, but I do remember that Peter was transporting goods all the way to Pechkow. He took his horse and dog and set out at first. He said he had to turn around near Opatovitz. I have no idea what happened to him there. Maybe his horse got spooked or his dog bit him.
Thank you. I'll ask him if anything like that.
See you later.
Why would a craftsman need weapons? I'll ask him about it. Peter, I'd like to take another look. I found some weapons in your workshop. Did you hurt yourself?
No.
Look,
I'm a knight of humble descent too. Neither Vanyek nor Bernard spared me much in the training arena, but now I know how to swing a sword without too many scratches and cuts. And since I don't see any on you either, I wonder why a Cooper like you would own a sword.
For when Sigismund's army arrives.
That's what the local garrison is for.
The garrison can't stop that horde. Trust me. There's got to be someone here who'll at least try.
The garrison will stay at the fortress where you have to escape to. Nobody will hurt you there.
They'll come at night. And before anyone of the fortress finds out, the village will be on fire.
Well, I can hardly talk you out of that worry. When you went to Pechkau on business, did anything happen to you on the way? Did you get attacked?
I got away from them.
Well, there aren't any signs of a brawl on your body, but you look as if someone was choking you right now. I can see the veins on your neck pulsing.
Sigismund. He's the one who's got me by the throat.
What do you mean?
Soon he'll send his army here to crush us, just like in Opatovitz. When I saw what happened there, they didn't stand a chance.
Did they have a fortress in Opatovitz?
No.
But you do have one here?
That doesn't mean anything. They'll own...
I don't think I can convince you otherwise. Did you have a disagreement with your dog, by any chance?
No.
I don't necessarily mean a bite. A stray dog or a wolf can give you a fright when you're out gathering wood in the forest.
Dog is a good boy. But he can't protect us from Sigismund's cutthroats. He'll only make those soldiers more angry.
If you train your dog well, you don't have to worry about him not obeying you. Besides, the last time I walked around Suchdal, I didn't see any of Sigismund's men.
Rumour has it they're coming soon. And nobody cares. They act as if nothing's going on.
Except for you.
Except for me.
What am I going to do with you, Peter? Your body is healthy, but your soul isn't. A deep melancholy has taken hold of you. Sigismund's army is the cause. A lot of ordinary folk are frightened and anxious because of the soldiers. But you're completely petrified.
You don't have to remind me.
What am I going to do with you? The chamomile decoction will help calm your mind, and a bag of dried chamomile surely won't go to waste either. You'll also definitely need to adjust your diet. I'll help you with that. And last but not least, some words of encouragement wouldn't be amiss. I'll get things ready and come back to you soon.
You ever comb master aim up?
At your service, sir.
Good boy.
Was möchtest du, Mann?
Has anyone tried to...
Nothing of the sort.
And who does?
How should I know? Common trader.
Sure.
Danke und viel Glück für die... Zukunft, mein Herr.
Wie geht?
Has anyone tried to sell some items?
No. No one offered.
I'm looking for a...
Well, no one like that would get far with me.
And where else could he sell that kind of stuff?
Well, there's some folks who wouldn't bat an eyelid at Stoke. The place is run by innkeeper
What do you have?
So hungry I could eat a horse. I could go for something to eat now.
I apologize.
Welcome, sir.
I'd be with you. Certainly.
I've got a...
Of course.
There. All clean and bandaged up, friend. I hope next time you want me to be...
What can I do?
Has anyone sold you a few small valuables?
What's it to you? How would I end up if I went around telling everyone about...
Don't worry. No one will find out.
How can you be sure?
Because I need it to be kept quiet too.
Why's that?
Are you testing me?
A little. To see if you know how to keep your...
And? Have I convinced you?
I suppose so.
So, was there someone here?
Aye. He was here. I bought a silver ring, a medal.
And do you know where I can find him now?
I don't.
You're not much help to me.
I'm not clairvoyant. But he also wanted to sell me some book.
And? What of it?
I didn't buy it. I don't get much call for books among my customers. So I sent him to the book merchant. Try him.
Yeah. I reckon there's not much else I can do. What do you have for...
Thank you, sir.
Come again. Excuse me.
What would you like?
What do you have for sale?
Happy to be of service, sir.
Torn apart by wolves.
You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you?
What a shame, but I warned you, there was no point hiding your...
Peter, I have some suggestions for treatment.
I'm listening.
You should drink the chamomile.
Great. Enough.
You can drink it before bed, of course, but let me give you a word of advice. As soon as you feel melancholia taking hold of you again, take a sip. That'll be enough to put your mind at ease. And suddenly you'll realize it's not so hard to return to your...
Well?
I'd like to give you some dried chamomile. I'll try to get some. You need to start eating again, even if you don't have an appetite. First, ask Mlada to get you some honey and add it to your gruel.
You think some honey is gonna save me?
It'll give you stamina, without irritating your stomach, first of all. But you have to admit Mother Nature has it well thought out. Where bloodwort helps with bleeding, and feverfew with fevers, honey coats your humours, so that they can't get out of balance so easily. Any melancholia wanting to take hold of you would have to make its way through thick honey, so it could hardly get from your stomach to your head. And soon you'll be as busy as a bee again, and getting on swimmingly. Which brings me to my next piece of advice. Start eating fish more regularly. Some nice fatty ones, ideally. Fat in the belly will surely stop gloom from getting through. Same as with the honey.
I suppose that makes sense.
Listen, Peter. I know you're worried about the army that's camped nearby. That's why I'd like to tell you something. Being afraid is only natural. But tell me, why are you afraid? You worried about Mlada, the farm, Zuchtal?
Aye.
Well, that doesn't make you a coward. It means you care about your loved ones. Take that fear and turn it into vigilance. With it, you'll always be one step ahead. I can see you're an observant person. Sensitive to what's going on right now.
Observant? If only I knew what to do with it.
How about this? Take your valuables and bury them in a safe place. If the army attacks and burns down your cottage, you'll build a new one.
But they'll kill us. So what good will it do me?
Just listen. Have the others in the village do the same. If they have cattle, they should try to drive them off before the attack starts. If they don't manage in time, no matter. Cows have legs too. They can take care of themselves. Always keep a horse ready. And if the attack begins, ride with Mlada to the fortress.
But what about the others in the village?
Well, they've still got you. Peter, the watchful Cooper. You'll hardly be able to notice the soldiers approaching if you're stuck here in bed. But when you get back to work, you'll see what's going on. And remember, you and Mlada aren't alone in this.
When you say it like that, it doesn't seem so hopeless. I should take better care of our village.
Then Sigismund can burn all the houses to the ground. But he'll never break the spirit of Zuchtal. A bit of prayer won't hurt. Lord, have mercy on Peter here, and lift from him the weight of his affliction. For you have laid upon him this affliction to try him. And you see that Peter, O Lord, endures your trial patiently and without contradiction. Unless you, O Lord, relieve Peter of his illness, no physician in the world can. I beg of you, O Lord, heal his soul and let his...
Amen.
Wait a moment.
What do you need, Murphy? I'll have...
I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Not a chance. That old kid will outrun us. What are you doing here?
My respects.
Hey, doggy.
Horseradish, delicious horseradish. Come and get some
So, I went to see my brother to talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but he drools all over himself.
My respects.
Come and get some wonderful horseradish. We're open. Fresh goods.
You're always welcome here.
Greetings.
I examined his body is fine.
What are we going to do about...
Prayer certainly, but don't worry. Making the chamomile decoction is important. It's made of wine, chamomile. It's not hard. And even if you don't do it exactly,
Would you bring him some?
I'll get everything.
Very well. And that he'll do something to himself. See you later, my friend.
Go on. My heart's going to break. Let it be over with. Damn it.
Good doggy, good.
Good. God be with you.
I'll have a look.
Happy to be of service.
Peter, I want to discuss... I'd like to give...
But you already gave me the decoction.
Don't eat the dried chamomile. Put it under your pillow, or add it to your soap. Sometimes the most complicated things really are that simple.
Well, chamomile certainly smells better than that mugwort stuff. Thank you.
Well then, I've done everything I can. Things will get better, Peter. You'll see. Anyway, I'll come back to see you in a few days.
They're coming. They're close now.
I examined Peter, found out I'll come back to see you in a few days. Until then, it's...
Thank you.
Besides praying, don't forget about the chamomile decoctions.
I won't. Thank you very much, Hen. See you soon, my friend.
God sake, Libby.
What can I do?
What about your cows?
I need a
Certainly.
I need my wood.
Great. Eh, doggy?
Christ.
May God give you help, sir.
God bless.
Greetings.
My body.
And what?
I need.
Excellent.
Oh, glad.
What?
Christ. Those wounds. You lead a dangerous life, sir.
You silly dog.
Be careful out there. It'd be a shame if something happened to you.
You have a kind master, eh?
I really need to eat something.
God bless you, sir.
Just look what happens when someone thinks he's above the law. The law of the land applies to everyone.
How is Peter doing?
Henry, you won't believe it. It worked. Peter got up in the morning. You could see that he was struggling, but then something in him snapped into place and he just went to work. I can tell he's still fighting something inside his head. He'll stop for a moment, take a deep breath, then continue working. I reckon he wants to discuss something with the others in the village, but I don't know if he has the strength for it now. But regardless, it went away as quickly as it came. I can't thank you enough.
Just keep giving him hope, so that he doesn't fall back into gloom.
I will. You can count on it.
I'm glad I could help. But don't forget our deal. The Thunderstone is mine now.
But the stone helped Peter. It'll protect our homestead. And what if Peter's...
The stone has great power, but it's used up all the strength it had for you.
You're right. Here, it's rightfully yours. It's hard to give it up, knowing... That's why I can't give you anything else as a reward right now.
Thank you. That's good enough for me.
See you later, my friend.
I'll kill you. Alert! To arms! Oh! Enough! I give up!
Yeah! Smash his face in!
I'll rip your arms out! Your stuff!
True blood! Yeah!
You silly baby.
I found the Thunderstone.
Really? Oh, God bless you, Henry. Without the stone, I don't know what I...
Well, you don't have to worry about...
Thank you so much. This stone will make giving birth easier and save my baby's life.
Glad to have been of service.
I'll get Hannah to give you a lower price. And you know what? I'll share a piece of wisdom. She said you need to brew nightshade with twice as much mugwort. That's how to fix a concoction that'll clean you out at both ends. She used it on me after I gave birth and said it saved my life.
Thanks. That sounds... let's not say dangerous exactly, but I'll just make a quick note so I don't forget. Not sure I'll ever muster the courage to try it, though.
Think nothing of it. And he's a very skilled man. And since you've been so helpful, if you like, perhaps he'll let you in on some of his... Oh, and I also have some money put aside for emergencies, so you can have...
Hold on to your money. I was glad I could help.
Oh, Mother... What are you doing here?
All our ale's gone, and the women folk are pissed off. Aye, and Sigismund's lounging about in the monastery, shagging the nuns while we suffer.
Hey, you! You've no business being here.
Good day to you, friend. Greetings to you too.
Could use a bit...
Greetings, sir.
Show me your wares.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
I'm sorry.
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me. About Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'll help you with your investigation.
Excellent. You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game, but hopefully I don't need to tell you that.
Lord Ruthard mentioned something of the sort.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
I'm from Skalitz, so I know a little bit about mining.
My word. You didn't work in the mines, did you?
I visited the mine once, but not to dig.
So I expect you don't know much. Well, no matter. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much he'd mined out.
Couldn't I just ask Fett?
Fett's job is to count the corves and write the amount down in the mine book. He won't tell you any other number. We're interested in what the miners themselves have to say. They've no reason to hide anything. Nevertheless, the miners are strange, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job.
I'll behave like a true no...
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story. To the point. Each day, 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mined. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine book. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
By the way, I've had the honour of meeting your brother, Peter.
Well, well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukdal.
Even though we had some disagreements, I respect him for everything he succeeded in doing. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the Kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king. Whether it's though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected to worry about mining, so he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. It's called the Burgergau. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelting works. That's the royal tithe.
What is this path of silver, anyway?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves. and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore for the smelter. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified by roasting. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods about as thick as your little finger.
Can any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital offence, but even that won't deter everyone. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It doesn't end well. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is close, so if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
Who checks the royal share?
The Royal Mint Master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me and the shaft foreman. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded, starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
Who makes money from all this?
The thing is, everyone does. Pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
Who owns the mines?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal subjects. And these leaseholders can rent out their privileges to other people. All sorts of people operate mines in Kuttenberg. Nobility, rich burghers, even the monastery. In fact, anyone with enough money to pay for new shafts to be dug can share in the proceeds.
Who's responsible for the mines?
The mines and the mint are supervised directly by the Royal Mint Master, Ulrich Vervark von Neuhaus. As the steward, I'm his direct subordinate. I oversee that everything runs smoothly on his behalf. Then come the chief foreman, then the other foreman, and finally the ordinary pitmen in the shafts. But I don't come in contact with them very often. We follow the path of silver until the moment an ore merchant buys the ore from us and takes it to a smelter.
How much do the mines pay to the king?
That depends on whether it's a royal mine or a mine in the hands of a mining guild, meaning the leaseholders.
I thought all mines were owned by the king.
That's right. But it's much more profitable for the king to grant mining rights to rich mine operators. They bear the cost of mining themselves and pay him a share. The king receives 1/3 of the profits from his own mines, but only 1/5 from the leaseholders. That's how he gets what's his from all the mining.
What about the other 2/3 of the profits from the king's mines?
Those go towards the costs, of course, for operations, wages, and shaft security.
Who's responsible for the smelting works?
They have their own owners. They buy ore from us and smelt it into pure silver. Then they deduct the royal tithe and they can sell the rest. And not just silver. Processing the ore yields a variety of other materials that can be sold just as well.
What happens in the smelting works?
Each smelting shop has a stamp mill, a roasting pit, and a smelting furnace. The stamp mill is used to crush the ore into smaller pieces to make it easier to process. After that, the crushed ore is roasted in a roasting pit to remove most of the impurities. Finally, everything is smelted in a furnace to separate the pure silver from the slag.
So it's processed similarly to steel for smithing?
Yes. But in steelmaking, you don't have to weigh and record every step thrice.
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
How many mints are there in total?
Only the main one is left, the one in the Italian court. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom, but King Wenceslas II united them all. It was he who contributed the most to the rise of the Prague groschen and the wealth of this region. And of course, his own wealth too. I'm sorry.
My humble respects.
Are you Foreman Samco?
Aye, I am. Who's asking?
My name is Henry. Stuart Christian sent me to you. My family runs mines, so I came here to gain experience.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say?
All right, let's do it. I don't think I've played miners with a real miner before.
See? Kidder. There's a first time for everything.
Today's my lucky day. I can feel it in my bones.
My humble respects.
Have you lost your mind? You're gonna lose everything.
You ever kind master, eh, Mutt?
Finally!
Great game, Sonny.
Now will you tell me what I want to know?
Aye, ask away.
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about Alkin. Any yakker will tell you that. But proper rest is even more important than graft. You're as weak as a midgie without it.
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip. Some a swally. Some go whoring. As for me, I play dice.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit. Or we're hewing something soft, and then it goes grand. Only then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it.
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse.
How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to hulk 34 corves without skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know.
If you need out else...
Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see we're hewing?
Sir Christian of Pisek sent me. My name is Henry of Skalitz. Our family rented a mine, so I came to gain experience.
A nobleman in the pit? I'll be damned. But you can't just amble around. You'll count your creels.
I'll just have a few questions.
The more we gab, the less we gar. But make it snappy, man. What do you want to know, like?
What is the work of a miner really about?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stithe.
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakker graft, kid ya? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion or get scrushed by the ceiling of the road you're hewing.
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's hewed, in the dart and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot of the bloody time on all fours. Once you get out by with the corf, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at Bank make a howfing pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the graft, we earn a pittance.
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh and a corf. That's near way to make a living, man.
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Nobleman or not, you don't need to know that.
You should know you can't defy a nobleman. I'll mention your disobedience to Sir Christian, or to the Mint Master. Then you can start looking for another job.
Out but that, sir. I couldn't just leave me marrows. It would break their hearts. And maybe their necks too. Who'd keep an eye on them? It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us. See you soon, my friend.
Good day to you. Give my greetings to Christian, and don't forget a torch. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Are you Foreman Paul?
Eh? You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are...
My name's Henry. Sir Christian sent me. I'm a nobleman, and I'm interested in the operation of the mines. Are you praying? Why?
The day before the feast of St. Petronilla, a kidder was hawking here. Young Jaybird. We dinged the berg, set it ablaze, all good. He took a mell, battered the fault, and the props spangued out. It all came crashing down on him. Done him right in, it did.
That's awful. Sorry about your friend.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying he was strong as a horse. Wouldn't have taken her like. And now, I can't forgive myself.
There's no more pain in heaven. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You're right. I hope the Lord has welcomed the poor lad into the kingdom of heaven. Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin,
Almighty and
iron,
merciful God,
and all
our Father,
ores and metals.
you are the giver
I ask
of
that
gold,
you bless my brother who has
silver,
died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
and may
tin,
your holy angels save his soul from
and
damnation.
all ores and
Bring his
metals.
soul to
I ask
eternal
that you
glory
bless my
through our
brother
Lord,
who has
our
died in
Saviour
this
and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save
Amen.
his soul from
The angel
damnation.
of the Lord declared
Bring
unto
his
Mary,
soul to
and
eternal
she
glory
conceived the Holy
through our
Spirit.
Lord,
Hail
our
Mary.
Saviour and
And
Redeemer,
Mary said,
Jesus
Behold,
Christ.
I am the handmaid of the
Amen.
Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us.
So, are you going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with me.
What is the work of a miner about?
What it's about? It's about hewing the face and hauling the ore to the banking coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakker or two a month, you know. That's life like.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scored and set ablaze. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore. Nothing to it.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a corf isn't much of a fight.
So how many corves did you mine, say, on the...
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corves.
That's all I need to know. I already know how many corvs the crew's extracted on. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corvs extracted. That means 10 corvs of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corvs must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the Ore Merchant are in it up to their ears.
What about Vavak?
I still think the trail will lead us to him, but we know too little so far. You need to talk to Fett and Herman first. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can mention my name. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Grüß dich. Was wünschst du?
We need to talk, Herman.
And who might you be?
Henry. But that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90.
Or someone is writing down false numbers and hiding 10 corves.
I do not write anything in the book myself. Foreman Fett counts the corves here.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more corves than there really were.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many there are? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did. They like to show off.
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Your story doesn't add up, Herman. We found out. Simple as that. Don't try to outsmart me and Sir Christian.
I am not trying to do anything. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 corves is 10 corves after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
How long has this been going on?
Several months. Maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea.
Sir Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret, so just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
Careful!
A word, Foreman.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm Henry, but that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility too.
But you're the one counting the corves of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavek, the mint master himself. I'm under his protection.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
He had no choice. If you tell me everything you know right now, you'll go unpunished. I can guarantee that in Sir Christian's name.
Kevah, you're all I need. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore, and transport it secretly to the smelters, along with the rest. He made it very clear, if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was reet terrifying.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head gaffer Kircher was in on it too.
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk. But I don't think it was an accident.
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the Yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the Mint Master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The Mint Master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. No one must find out we know about the fraud. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else. Is that clear?
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
Good to see you.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around, and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
Well, I've already passed myself off as a nobleman here, so it won't be new to me.
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slightest suspicion. In short, be charismatic as you can manage.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. I reckon you can imagine what those look like. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you something nice. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure to believe your intentions are good. And make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him looking like some dung-soiled peasant.
What else should I know about the smelting works before I go?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then smelted. They extract silver along with all sorts of other materials from it. Then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen and sell off the rest, along with the other materials, to craftsmen.
What should I know about this Buresh before I talk to him?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kuttenberg a few years ago. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. He quickly joined his side. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something shady, who knows?
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Here. I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to Buresh. I reckon he won't be thrilled. But he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the Feast of St. Pet. If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything, but at least it'll give us a clue. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure something is going on there. Good luck, Henry.